I was doing a Twitch stream over here on our other Twitch channel on Monday mornings, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do a little Twitch to get on there, talk to the people. But one of the people in the Twitch chat asked, "What makes you? What makes a skater?"
Mm.
You know, and it was an interesting conversation we had about that. What makes a skateboarder a skateboarder? You know, and it kind of goes back to like this dude on the MLB pitcher, right? He probably doesn't skate anymore. He used to skate, but he's an MLB pitcher. He probably doesn't. It's probably in his contract where he can't skate.
For sure.
Probably,
He falls, breaks his finger, breaks his ankle, whatever.
Definitely.
But what makes a skateboarder a skateboarder? And I was thinking to myself, okay, 13-year-old kid skates for a couple years, learns how to ollie, kickflip, do a couple tricks, puts down the board, doesn't even skate to, you know, now he's 40 years old, 45, going down, doesn't even think about skating, doesn't even look at skate spots as skate spots, but he could pick up a board and do a kickflip. Does that make him a skateboarder?
I think it would be all his perspective on whether or not he's a skateboarder. He could be a fan of skateboarding or an actual skateboarder. You know what I mean? So I guess there's...
Especially with something like skateboarding, because it's like, especially those first tricks, ollies and kickflips, when you don't have a base of experience, those are really hard to learn.
For sure.
So like, if you've put in enough time to learn how to do pretty proper kickflip or decent kickflip, that means you really committed some real hours to this.
For sure.
In my heart, in my mind, I think that makes you a skater. If you've put in enough hours to like,
but if
have a few of the like standard tricks under your belt.
So if you got a few standard tricks, but you don't do them anymore. You don't even drive down the street and be like, oh, look at that curb cut. Oh, look at that rail. You're doing your own thing. When does it leave? When are you not a skater anymore?
I don't think once you, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
No,
I don't think it's for real. Wrong
yeah,
answers.
exactly. I mean, this is definitely a tough answer a tough question to answer specifically.
You can be, I don't think you can ever be a non-skater if you've already been a skater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Are you a being able to ride a biker? I don't ride bikes every day, but you can give me a bicycle and I can ride it. But
that doesn't mean you're a biker.
I'm not
you can ride a bike.
A bicyclist, but I can ride bikes.
Right.
So,
and I can shoot a basket. And does that make me a basketball player? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or, you know, I can play basketball, but like, am I, you know what I'm saying? Like these taking a journey down we can go different ways. And when you start to break it down and like,
everybody's going to go different ways on this for sure.
Yeah, I can swim and I can skate, you know, based on whatever you may do, but does that make you a swimmer or does that make you a skater now? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Actually, I'm gonna retrace my answer. It's just gotta be in your heart, bro. It's just gotta be something you spend enough time with, where you can talk, hold the conversation with the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But you could be a fan and hold the conversation for the culture.
1,000%. I think we need fans. We need fans.
For sure. But you can be a fan, but never have been on a skateboard.
You have to be a hybrid. You have to be able to like do some moves.
What about if you have
talk the talk?
What about if you have a disability or you got injured and there's no physical way that you could actually ride a skateboard?
Well, if you got injured, then you're a skater regardless, because that was out of your control. It's not like you just like grew out of it.
Totally.
Right.
It got snatched from you.
Sure.
And your heart was there.
Yes.
In my opinion. Yeah, man.
It's tough, man. When you go down this little road, you're like, damn, bro. Like,
it's interesting, right?
It's all up to the person.
Is that person a skateboarder? Like, you know, like, or is he a fan? Like, who knows? You know, that's what I'm saying. I think only you know in your heart whether you're a skateboarder or not. Or you could be a poser and be like, yeah, I skateboard, and really not be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%, man.
It's a
hard
slippery
to
slope.
Say. It is a slippery slope. You don't have to be good to be considered a skateboarder. That's for sure.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I think it just comes out. You just have to love it.
I like Yogi's answer over here. It says it's in your heart.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good, decent answer, I think.
Totally.
To make it. But again, like maybe it's in your heart, but you don't actually physically do it.
Yeah, Spanish Mike.
He's gonna get in the chat here pretty soon, defend himself.
We love you, Spanish, bro. We know you love skateboarding, bro.
We know he loves skateboarding. That's without question. He just doesn't love to ride his skateboard. No. I never understood that. The people who like love skateboarding but had no interest in actually riding a skateboard, like I don't get it. I don't think I've ever been into something that I had no interest in actually attempting or doing. Now I'm just talking shit about Mike. Obviously Mike has skated. He knows how to skate, but I just give him shit because like it's literally like pulling teeth to get him to ride his board. Every day we go to the skate park, I'd be like, "You gonna skate today, Mike?" He's like, I might pull out a trick or two. I might.
He says he's dropping an edit soon, by the way.
A minute took him 4 years to film. Him and Kieran Capel's been filming their parts together simultaneously.
Oh, shit. This is so good, dude. I love this conversation. I love this topic. This is a great one.
It's interesting. I mean, when you just start really getting down to the nuts and bolts of it, you're like, what really does make a skater a skater?
Yeah, I think a succinct thing just for me would be, if you've done it, you know how to at least do some basic tricks, maybe a kickflip, maybe a nose side, maybe 180, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you also could like hold a conversation with a fellow skater and, know about frontside, backside, know about like, this guy meant a lot to me, or this video part, maybe have a couple video parts that you love. Then to me, I think like, you're a skater.
Totally.
Like it held some time in your life that made you feel like emotional about it.
Totally. Now, what about if the cop jumps out of his car and he said, "Man, I could skate. I used to skate back in the day," and he does a kickflip right in front of you? Is he a skater?
Well, that's what you just said right there.
I
He
know.
said, I could skate.
Yes.
I skated back in the day.
Yes.
But that's something like what we went back to saying, like, yeah, I could shoot a basketball. Mm-hmm. I used to shoot back in the day, but did you play in the league? Was that your life?
Yeah.
At some point, if it was your life, for however brief it was, that like it's all you lived and breathed, for however brief, you're a skater, man.
Definitely.
Mark Normand.
Definitely.
Comedian. Can skate. Jenkum did a piece on it. He was on our show. He skates. He keeps up with skating. He's a full-fledged, gnarly comedian, but is he a skater?
Well, if you go on to have another...
I think it's got to be in their mind.
If you go on to have... it's up to them. Mm-hmm. But if you go on to have another full-blown career in something and, like, that is being pretty lucrative and it's your new passion, like, if you're not skating every day, I can understand why, because I know the hours I put into skateboarding to become where I've become in skateboarding. And if you're at that level in a different career, well, then obviously you had to put in similar hours to get to where you're at. Doubt. So I could see why you're not exactly skating every day. That's like asking me to be skating all day every day and then also be a stand-up comic and be at the top of my game. Like,
for
bro,
sure,
do you know how hard that is to do both of those things at the highest level? It's like it's not impossible, but that's like you have to have no life.
So
no doubt.
I mean, you could flip this any which way you want, but it's like if you've been in maybe a couple commercials, right? Are you an actor?
Right. I've done some acting, but are you an active actor? No.
Right. So
yeah. There you go.
Like, are you a working actor? No.
I don't know.
This is a very interesting conversation, man.
I think you just got to be... I think you have to have a love for it. I think you have to have maybe done it at one point in time in your life, I think not being on a board for X amount of years and not even thinking about skateboarding for that matter, I think you got to like re up your shit.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to
pay your dues.
You got to resubscribe. You know what I mean?
Your SAG dues.
Yeah.
In skateboard fashion, like
maybe if all of us know the people who had to come across this crossroad. Maybe if you ever had to come to the crossroad where you had to like be like, I love skateboarding, it's my life, but obviously it's not working out. Mm-hmm. I have to either face the facts and move on to something new, or just be stubborn and keep trying to push. Anybody who had to come to that crossroad and where it was painful to let go, you're a skater. If it was painful to let go, you're a skater.
Time. Right, big time.
You know what I mean? If you had to come to that crossroad and make the choice, you're a skater.
Oh, hey, we have somebody in the chat saying that Justin Bieber skates. Is he a skater?
I've skated with him a couple times. He can skate.
Yep.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne is definitely
Lil Wayne
a skater.
is a skateboarder.
He skates
straight up.
like regularly all the time. I don't care what level, high level, whatever. That's not the conversation. The point is that I seen that guy put in hours and hours.
The passion is real.
Over 10 years. He's been skating. Must have been skating 12 years by now.
Yes.
Consistently.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's a skater.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, wasn't there a video of him like in the club and they zoomed in on it? He's on his phone. He's watching
Watching
skate
a
video.
video.
That's a skater.
Yes.
Was that real or was that fake?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say I think that was real. Because
Okay.
I
I
truly
would guess
believe that
it's
he would
real.
do that. I think that he would do
I
that.
feel like that was like a shrimp daddy. Fucking.
Maybe. I don't know. But
I think he does that
I've
shit.
witnessed him skate on many occasions, and he does it for hours on end with extreme joy, and he has nothing to gain from it other than just the joy of it.
And he knows who people are.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
He's been on the Nine Club.
Yes.
He knows what's
He's
up.
a skater.
He needs to come back on the night.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
We need to get a catch up ever since he got a board. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, shout out Spanish Mike. Gave him a board.
Good
Huh?
shit, bro.
He's watching. He was watching your footage, Ducky. Okay, yeah, Lil Wayne. Well, we want to. I don't know. Are you a skateboarder out there? What makes a skateboarder a skateboarder? Leave a comment for us in the
Please do, bro.
in the comment section over there. Let's see,
What do you
let's see
guys
we'll see. Yeah, what do you guys think out there? Comment.